How do you describe your own creativity?
That's an interesting question. I feel sparkling inside. You see a glass of mineral water or champagne, and you see the bubbles. The bubbles come all the time. That's the way I feel inside. The bubbles, the stories, the characters, the words are bubbling inside me and coming up. And some of them disappear because they are not important or because I can't catch them. And others come and come and come. And especially at night, they come and say, oh, please do write me. I want to be written. I need to be written. And there are 2 or 3 or 4 stories which come, and all of them want to be written. But sometimes one is especially beautiful, and I fall in love, and I write this story. Can you explain where you work, and why is it important or not to work there, in this place, and not any other place?
I work in a room at home. It's like the living room. It's also the kitchen, and it's also my office. And when I am writing, I can see, if I turn on to the left, I can see the kitchen and the fridge. And if I see in front of me, I see the sofa, the television. When I wrote about reality, and I think it's important to have the reality near to me. Are there topics that you think could be written or published more about?
I suppose so. One thing that I do, and I think it's very important, is to write about women who are not young anymore. Women older than 50. They have a lot of things in their past. They have a lot of future, and nobody cares about them. But usually, most of the readers are this age, are women this age. And when they read, they find young girls in the books. They can't identify themselves, so they need these figures of identification. And I think that's very important. Translate, transfer, transform. What do you connect with these words?
And I was thinking about my neighborhood, the neighborhood where I live, Carabanchel, in Madrid. And I think when I was writing The Wonders, my novel, or the novel that I am reading now, I feel like if I translate my neighborhood, my streets, the people that I speak with every day, to the other people, if I will. It's like translating from my reality to the reality of other people.
When you translate, something, a little bit of something is lost. But at the same time, there's a win too, because you are transforming things. And you transform your own thoughts. And if you're lucky, you can transform just a little bit the thoughts of the person who's reading you. So I think they are very, very much together, these 3 things. And the transfer is obviously between me and you, between writer and reader. I think it's a very good motto for the book fair. Now I have another question. In this world where we are inside, so there are authors, translators, booksellers, lots of people who are working to make this possible. Which one do you think, which one of these players are, in your opinion, deserve more attention than they have?
Well, I write books and I work as a publisher, and I want to talk about the people that works in a publishing house, for example, but we don't know their names because they are writing like designers,
correctors.
Correctors, for example. their jobs are really, really important because,
Oh, yes.
because they allow the way from the manuscript to the print and to the bookshops. And I would like to talk about their work.
Librarians.
Yeah.
Librarians are very, very important because they help people to choose and to read. And they are like good spirits who are always there. And you can go to them and they are usually very patient. And that's very important. Okay. Who would you like to meet at the book fair in October? Can you imagine somebody?
For me, I think it would be nice to talk with a reader, maybe from Frankfurt or from Germany, who read my novel, but without knowing any about me. Maybe he or she told me, okay, I went to the bookshop and bought the book and read the book. I didn't know anything about you, but I enjoyed it.
I personally would like, of course, to talk to readers, but also to talk to other authors, colleagues. Usually, doctors talk to doctors and teachers talk to teachers, but writers don't talk a lot. We don't see each other so often, and it's always very, very interesting to talk to a colleague and ask, how do you do this? What problems do you have? But not publishing problems, writing problems. And that's great, that you can talk to an author and tell, I have problems with my narrator, for instance. And she knows what you're talking about. That's great.
With what state of mind should visitors come to the fair in order to fully experience the Spanish presentation?
I think they should come the way a child goes to Disneyland. So, full of happiness and expectation, and knowing you have now a couple of hours, a couple of days to discover, to enjoy, to open doors and see what's there, and play and laugh and eat and dance, read, and get a lot of books and take them home and read them or listen to them.